we are starting absolutely from the beginning. Okay, absolutely from the beginning, we are starting the class today. Okay, is my screen visible to all? Can I get the responses, please? Okay, so this is the material that you are going to get it also. You are going to get this material. Okay, this material, we are having many of the topics from Azure DevOps. Okay, so I'm just opening the material here. Hold on. Yeah. So this is the material that we are going to discuss. See here, what is Azure DevOps platform? Advantages of Azure DevOps. Okay. What is the advantages that Azure DevOps platforms or Azure DevOps tools and services is offering us? Okay. These are all the advantages, guys. Fine. Next, why organizations like Infosys, TCS, Tech Mahindra, Entity Data needs DevOps engineers? Okay. Who should learn DevOps? Who should learn DevOps? Okay, all these things we'll discuss one by one. Okay, I'm starting absolutely from the fundamentals, guys. I'm starting absolutely from the fundamentals because if I start, okay, because if I start the labs directly, okay, then might be it is not understandable to many people here. Okay, because many are the freshers people and all, they don't know anything about. So that's why I'm not starting the labs directly. I'll just start absolutely from the scratch here. Okay, like all the basic things, then slowly I'll jump into the labs. Slowly I'll jump into the labs. Okay, and one more here thing, see, I would like to tell to all of you that to do the labs, okay, we have to create an account. Okay, we have to create an Azure account in Azure Cloud Platform. In Azure Cloud Platform. Okay. So meanwhile, we are having still 3 to 4 days of time. Okay, what you can do in the 3 to 4 days of time, whoever, I'm not saying everyone, whoever can arrange the credit cards, okay, whoever can arrange the credit cards, please do it so. Okay, if possible, like if you're having a credit card, if you can get it from your friends, from your colleagues, from your parents, from your siblings, from your cousins. Okay, then please arrange the credit cards. I'll show you later on how we can create a free trial account. If you are arranging the credit card, it doesn't mean that you are going to pay some money from your credit card. No. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. We are creating a free trial account in Azure Cloud Computing Platform. Okay. Absolutely free. Fine. How to do that, I'll show in later classes. How to do that, I'll show that in the later classes. How to create an account and all. Meanwhile, I'm just telling you, if possible, please arrange the credit cards. Now, I'll directly jump into the subject now. Okay. This is the material, guys. See, this is all the material that we are having for our Azure DevOps. This material I'm going to share with all of you. You are also going to get this material here, absolutely. Okay. Not now, maybe by next week. Next week, I'm going to share this complete material, guys. And from this material only, there are many labs that we are going to do. Many labs here that we are going to do from this material. Git commands and all many things are there. This is the material. Okay. This is just one material like this. We are having some 3-4 materials like this. Okay. So all this, I'll give it to you as in the form of a soft copy. And then you can read it from this material here. Fine. So see, what is Azure DevOps platform? See, Azure DevOps is a set of modern tools and services and also a methodology or an approach that we will practice implementing in our projects, applications in organizations and IT firms. What I'm saying here, it's basically a set of, what is Azure DevOps? It's a set of modern tools and services and a methodology or an approach that we will practice. Okay, that we will practice implementing in our projects or applications in organizations and IT firms. Okay, Azure DevOps tools and services helps us to automate what it is doing. Azure DevOps tools and services helps us to automate the repeated work or process for building, processing, and deploying the IT projects in tech companies. What this Azure DevOps tools and services are doing, these Azure DevOps tools and services helps us to automate the repeated work, or process, for building, processing, deploying the IT projects in tech companies. Tech companies means which tech companies? IBM, Infosys, Cognizant, Deloitte, Microsoft, etc., etc. Very simple definition I have given about Azure DevOps. Okay, if you go to Google, you will get 1,000 definitions here, but very much complicated. Maybe you might be, mug up the definition and all. So what I have done, I have given just a very simple definition of Azure DevOps. Advantages of Azure DevOps platforms. Okay, or advantages of Azure DevOps tools and services. Firstly, see, it maximizes the efficiency. The first advantage is what? It maximizes the efficiency with automations like with automations like CI/CD pipeline services of Azure DevOps. You can automate the deployment process with CI/CD pipelines. This is one of the services of Azure DevOps. With this, what we can do, we can automate the deployment process, especially for application operations team at a particular frequency or time as per the project requirement. Amazing, amazing. So we can automate CI/CD pipelines with Azure DevOps. At a defined time, you will set up automatically the pipelines will run. Okay, optimizes the entire business. Second advantage is what? Optimizes the entire business. With DevOps, we can make the most effective use of all files, codes, logics that we have written in different repositories, also to merge them with different branches as in whenever needed for different projects. So what I'm saying here, files, code, logic. Okay, we can reuse the code. We can, manage the code. One code we can use in another project. Okay, and then with just single 2-3-1 command, okay, we can get the complete project. Like this kind of sort of things we can do with the DevOps services, and that is called repos. How many of you have heard about repos? Okay, if no one has heard about repos and CI/CD pipelines, no need to worry. I'm going to show you everything practically. Everything practically I'm going to show. See guys, as I have promised in my classes that I'll show everything from the scratch. That's why I'm not starting the labs here directly. First, I'm going with the basic fundamental stuff. Okay, fine. Next, improve speed and stability of software development and deployment. Yes, DevOps tools and services, what it will do? It will improve the speed of your delivery. Like this, I have told yesterday also, right? If four tasks you are doing in 9 hours, then with DevOps tools and services, you can do the same 4 tasks in 5 hours. So what is happening here? Your speed is getting improved. Okay, and stability. Stability means what? Stability means with a confidence, okay, with a complete clear clarification, with a full, okay, knowledge, you can give the deliveries to your client. That's why I'm saying here, DevOps tools and services improves the speed and stability. DevOps has a very great graphical user interface. GUI stands for graphical user interface, which helps us to manage hundreds and thousands of files and also offer different services for project implementation, which significantly improves the speed of project development and provides stability for code deployment in multiple environments with an ease. Okay, fine. Next, what is the advantage? Gets you to focus on what matters the most. Okay, gets you to focus on what matters the most. So whatever the task that you are supposed to do in your DevOps, okay, what are the things that is needed to complete this task? Everything will be given to you very clearly. The services we are having called boards, Azure boards. In these board services, you are going to get every single thing very crystal clear. What you have to do, what has been given to you. Okay, what is the input that is considered or needed? What should be the expected output? All these things we will be clear. That's why I'm saying here, gets you to focus on what matters the most. The requirement details is crystal clear with the DevOps tools and services. See, Azure boards, we are having a variety of parameters like to ask, like tags, links, attachments, work items, description, start date, end date, etc. Everything will be given here in Azure boards. With this, it will become very easy for DevOps engineers to focus what matters the most for the current sprint and the work items which gives huge value for the business. What is work item? Might be you don't know. No need to worry. Okay. Just listen to the advantages and benefits of DevOps. Okay. Might be here you are many new things that you are hearing for the first time. Azure boards is what you don't know. Azure CI/CD pipelines is what you don't know. Okay. Azure repos is what you don't know. Okay. So these all things we are covering one by one. When we see practically, it will be much more clear. Okay. Just I am discussing here the advantages and benefits of DevOps. Implementation of projects, development using DevOps is cheap. So when you are developing your IT projects using DevOps tools and services, it will be cheap, less economical as compared to other approach. See, as compared to previous approach, that is traditional approach, using DevOps methodology will be very cheap for the organizations and can save huge amount of cost for the project development. Suppose for an example, one project, okay, suppose for example, there is one project. Let us take that project name is bpcl.com. This is one project example. For this project, the IT company needs, okay, 5 development team members, okay, 4 test engineers, okay, and 5 operations team members, okay, 2 functional consultants, etc. like this, and 2 business analysts. 2 business analyst. Okay. 2 business analyst. So how many people are there here? See, 5 plus 5, 10 plus 4, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Total 18 members are there to run this project. Okay. Fine. Now, if this small project, 18 members are needed, 18 members are needed to run this project. If the IT company is developing this project, if the IT company, okay, is developing this project, okay, same project in DevOps, then 10 people are more than enough to maintain, develop, and run this project. Okay, previously 18 members were needed. Now 18 members are needed to run this project. Okay, and if the IT company, okay, is developing this project in DevOps using DevOps tools and services, then 10 people are more than enough to maintain, develop, and run this project. So if 10 people are needed means 8 people can go back to home. So previously they were giving salaries to 18 persons, 18 members. Now they are giving salaries to only 10 persons. Because here DevOps engineers, what they can do, DevOps engineers can do the development also. DevOps engineer can do the testing also. DevOps engineers can do the code deployment and code building also. Code deployment and code building also. So all these things, okay, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 4, 14. So previously 14 members were doing that. Now only 5 DevOps engineers can do 14 members work. What development team will do? Development team will do the development. Will do the development. Okay. They will convert the business requirement to technical requirement. What they will do? Convert the business requirement to technical requirement. What the test engineers will do? These people will do the testing. These people will do the testing. What operation team members will do? These people will do the code building, code deployment, okay, and code building, code deployment, and what else they will do? Operations. They will even ensure about the operations that all applications is working fine or not, all the things are going good or not, like this. So these people will do the code building, code deployment, and code execution also, I can say, etc. So 5 members are doing these things, 4 members are doing these things, and 5 members are doing these things. Okay. So now if the IT company is using DevOps engineers, then what will happen here? Okay. What is happening here? Okay. All this work, and this work will be done by only 5 DevOps engineers. How come it is happening? DevOps engineers are doing the development also. DevOps engineers are doing the testing also. DevOps engineers are doing the code building, code deployment also. It means that are they working for 16 hours in a day? Are they working 16 hours in a day? You can ask this question. What, sir, you are saying that 5 people dedicatedly working on development, 4 people dedicatedly working on testing, 5 people dedicatedly working on these operations. Then how come 5 members of DevOps engineers can take the work of 14 members? It means that are they working for 16 hours a day or are they working for 18 hours a day? The answer is no. No, the answer is no. Then how come it is possible, sir? How come they are doing this much of work? 14% work just done by 5 people. Then how come it is happening? That is happening with the help of modern DevOps tools and services. This is happening with the help of tools and services. Which tools and services? DevOps tools and services. If you take here CI/CD pipeline, CI/CD pipeline will do the code development. Here we'll do the code testing. Here we'll do the code building. Here we'll do the deployment also. I told you yesterday, we'll just create one engine. That engine will do all the things itself one by one automatically. And this you can do with the help of CI/CD pipelines. What is CI/CD? CI/CD is the DevOps tools and services. That's why what I'm saying here, implementing of project development using DevOps is cheap. Guys, is my English easy to understand or not? Please tell me. Trust me, I have made this material absolutely with a very low level of English language. No vocabulary, no competitive English you should be knowing. Very simple, basic English. Okay, I don't want you guys, to be confused, and you should not be in a position or a situation wherein you have to mug up the things. No, not required. Okay, straightforward to implement different stories, work items, and projects using DevOps. So what is this stories? You don't know. Stories is one of the features of Azure Board Services. Work items is one of the features of Azure Board Services. Okay. When I show you practically, when we start the labs, I'll show you how does story look like, how we can design a story, how we can execute a story, how we can write a story, how we can design the work items. What are the different types of work items? Epic, issue, feature, Okay, what is the hierarchy of work items? Everything I am going to show in the practicals, guys. Just be regular to classes. One by one, I am covering all the DevOps tools and services. Fine, that's what I'm saying here. Straightforward to implement, because here the details are clear. Here the inputs has been given to you. Here the documentation, whatever is needed, that is handed over to you. And you can go ahead and you can start implementing your work, whatever is assigned to you. That's the beauty of DevOps engineering. Okay, that's the beauty of DevOps engineering. Okay. Why organizations? Next point. See, now what you have to do, advantages of Azure DevOps or advantages of Azure DevOps tools and services. This is an expected interview question. They will ask you why you have learned DevOps, why you have not learned artificial intelligence and machine learning, why you have not learned administration of cloud computing, why you have not learned Hadoop and big data, why you have not learned data engineering. Suppose like this kind of questions asked in the interviews, especially with freshers, then you can say that DevOps gives these benefits, DevOps gives these advantages for IT companies. If I mention few advantages and benefits of DevOps, it would be like it maximizes the efficiency. You can tell this point. Optimizes the entire business. You can tell this. Improves the speed and stability of software development and deployment. You can tell this. Gets you to focus on what matters the most. You can tell this like this. You are not supposed to remember all these things, guys. Please don't remember these things. Just remember these side headings and you have to tell it on your own. Read this 2 to 3 times and frame the sentence on your own. Frame the sentences on your own. Okay, just remember the side headings. That is sufficient. Is that clear? This is sufficient. Fine. So this is an expected question for freshers especially. They will ask you, why you have learned DevOps? Why not any other technology? So DevOps is giving a lot of benefits and advantages both for the companies as well as for the clients. If I mention few of the advantages, then this it would be like, then you have to start telling these things. See guys, there is a way to give an interview also. Okay, there is a way to give the interviews also. Until you communicate clearly, coherently, confidently, okay, it won't be delivered. The message won't be conveyed properly. Okay, fine. Then why organizations? Why organizations like Infosys, TCS, Tech Mahindra, Entity Data, etc., etc.? Why all this organization needs DevOps engineers? Why this organization needs DevOps engineers? See, there are many gains, benefits, and advantages that organization has if they opt DevOps engineers. The DevOps engineers are familiar and well aware of all benefits mentioned below. What are the benefits? These are the benefits. This is the first benefit. Okay, these benefits are pertaining to organization level. These benefits are pertaining to project level. Please understand this. Organization's perspective. Why organizations are taking DevOps engineers? Fine. So see what I am saying here. First benefit that the companies are getting is that DevOps engineers fill all the gaps between development team, quality assurance team, and operations team also. Okay, so what DevOps engineers are doing, what DevOps is doing, DevOps engineers are fulfilling the gap of a development team, fulfilling the gap of a dev team, testing team, and operations team. What does it mean? What does it mean? See, I'll tell you. I'll tell you one use case. I'll tell you one use case of IT projects. What happens here? What is development team? Development team will write the code. This team will write the code and convert, okay, the business requirement to technical requirement, right? And once the code implementation is done, when the code implementation development is done, then what testing team will do? Testing team will test the code and functionality, right? Then what operations team will do? Once testing team says that all is good, everything is working fine, whatever the development team has been done, it is working fine, then what operations team will do? Operations team will do the code building, okay, code deployment, okay, into different environments, And the different environments could be like, UAT, pre-prod, prod, etc. Right? This could be the different environments. So this team is doing its work, their work. This team is doing their work. This team is doing their work. Everyone is engaged doing their work. Okay. What will happen here now? Development team will write the code. Development team will write the code and they will give it to testing team. Testing team will test the code. Testing team will also say, okay, everything is working fine in development environment. Okay, all is fine. Testing team will also give a sign off. Development team will write the code and they will check very little level at development environment. Then this development team will give the code to this operations team. And this operations team, when they start deploying this code, in other environments like UAT, pre-prod, prod, the code will get failed. Now the game starts. Understand. Development team will do the code implementation. They will test a little at development environment. On a high level, they will say, yeah, all is working fine, good. Testing team will also check whether the code is working fine in dev environment. Okay, they'll do the testing. Yes, everything is working fine. Now, this code, what development team has written, will be given to operations team. And now operations team, when they start deploying the code, when they start building the code, deploying the code in UAT, pre-prod, prod environment, okay, the code will get failed here. Now the game starts. What is the game? Operations team says that development team has given a wrong code. That's why the code is getting failed. What development team says that? Development team says that operation team members are fit for nothing. Okay, they can't even deploy a small code also. Okay, when we have deployed this code in dev environment, okay, they are doing here in dev environment. Is working fine. We are having proofs also. Okay, might be definitely they are doing some mistake. That's why the code is getting failed here in pre-prod, prod environments. Now development team will say these people are waste. Operation team says that these people are waste. Here the fight starts. Fight. Dishum, fight starts. But actually, this team is also correct. This team is also correct. And this team is also correct. No one is wrong here. Who is wrong here? As per the natural phenomena, when you deploy a code from one environment to another environment, it's very normal that when you deploy the same code in another or different environments, then the fail code is happened. It's very normal. Development team will blame operations team. They are not able to do single work and all. Operations team will blame development team. And here we'll fight with each other. And in US, Canada, UK, Europe, the client will shout. The delivery is not happening. What is going on? Why it is going to happen too late and all. Here we'll fighting with each other. So that's why what DevOps has done. Okay. What DevOps has done. DevOps says that DevOps principle. Okay. DevOps principle says that no fighting. No fighting. What it says? No fighting. Okay. DevOps principle says that whoever has written the code, okay, develop the code, okay, they have to deploy, build, they have to build and deploy the code in all the environments. They have to build and deploy the code in all the environments. Whoever is writing the code or whoever is modifying the code, okay, whoever is writing, whoever is modifying, whoever is, okay, enhancing the codes, they have to deploy, they have to build in all the environments only. It's their responsibility. Now this game is finished. Dev team separately, testing team separately, operations team separately. This game is finished now. After DevOps comes into picture, the principle of DevOps says that whoever is modifying the code, writing the code, enhancing the code, adding the code, deleting the code, whatever he do, it is the responsibility of that person, that team only, to build the code and deploy the code in all the environments. Now, next, a question arises here. What is the question arises? If one team only writing the code, one team only modifying the code, one team only enhancing the code, whatever, and that team only also deploying and building the code, then are they working for 18 hours a day or what? Are they working for 18 hours a day? Because everything they are doing. What is this testing team will do? Testing team will lose their job. The company will say that, boss, we got DevOps engineers now. We don't need testing team people. The company says that, boss, we got DevOps engineer, operations team people we don't want. Please go back to home. Look for some other job. We want people who can do the automation. We want people who can do the work for 10. Come on, automations. The IT company says that instead of giving salaries to 18-20%, it's better we give salaries to 10% only. 50% cost cutting. Finished. Amazing. These people have to go to home then. See the straightforward layoff. That's why DevOps engineers in high demand, because DevOps engineers are the one who are modifying the code, writing the code, enhancing the code, adding the code, deleting the code, whatever. And also they are doing code building, code deployment in all the environments also. Are they working for 18 hours a day then? Are they working 18 hours a day if they are doing all these things? No. 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 They are not working 18 hours a day. This magic is happening with the help of DevOps tools and services. That's what I'm saying here in the first point. What I'm saying here, see, DevOps engineer fill all the gaps between development team, quality team, and operations team. Till now, these three teams were fighting with each other. Na? Dev teams was saying operations team is incorrect. Operations team was saying dev team is incorrect. Testing team was saying development team was correct. Testing team is not supporting operations team. In sometimes testing team will support operation team. Testing team will not support dev team. Lot of mess. That's why DevOps fill all the gaps between development, quality, and operations. Finished. No fighting. The people, the team who is modifying, writing, enhancing the code, it is their responsibility to do the code building, okay, code deployment and everything. Code building, code testing also they will do. This also I will show. Okay, they have to do the building, they have to do the testing, code building, code testing, and then code deployment also. It is their responsibility, okay. Fine. That is the very first point that the DevOps engineers are doing for IT companies. Is that clear? Fine. Next. Next point. Is this point clear, guys? Is this point clear? Amazing point. Sixer. Straightforward sixer this is. Okay. Next. What I'm saying next point here, it helps to develop and deliver rapidly high quality application to end users with 99.9% accuracy with transparent approach and clear process to end users. Yes, that's true. Because here, when you are developing projects with DevOps tools and services, then the human intervention is very less. Many of the things you are doing with the help of tools and technologies and different services. So as compared to human being, okay, tools and services will make very, very, very less mistakes. Human beings will make a lot of mistakes. So in DevOps, as we are using a lot of tools and services, so with that sense, what I'm saying here, we are delivering a rapidly high quality application to end users with 99.9% accuracy. So the chances of misunderstanding, the chances of human error, because most of the things we are not doing with our human intelligence, we are doing with DevOps tools and services. That's why the accuracy is very, very high when you are giving the deliveries to your client. Okay. Next, DevOps eliminates communication and collaboration challenges in IT organization, which ultimately improves the productivity for the organization and financial benefits to clients. Yes. So DevOps is offering us one services called Azure Boards. Azure Boards. I'll show you practically. I'll show you guys. Just enjoy the class for today. Practicals, when we start now, it will be much more mesmerizing. I'm telling you. Super the classes are. So the communication and collaboration challenges is completely wiped off with DevOps services called Azure Boards. Because in Azure Boards, the things are crystal clear. No chance of confusion here. Okay, what you have to do, when you have to do, when you have to complete, who has given this work, when you are expected to finish, what is supposed to get to you, the inputs, what is the expected output, what is the importance of this task to the project, in how much hours you are going to complete, what is your deadline, when you can start, who has assigned this to you. Oh my God, infinite things are there, which makes the communication collaboration crystal clear. I'll show you practically. Just as of now, see the DevOps benefits as pertaining to organization levels. Okay. Next, customer enjoys user-friendly apps that regularly updates basis on the feedback in the ongoing and upcoming sprint. What does it mean? See here, DevOps principle says that, okay, DevOps principles, DevOps principle says that, okay, okay, don't do the project work for 1 month, then give the delivery. What DevOps principle say? DevOps principle says that, okay, do the work for 1 week and give the delivery to client. Because if the entire team is working for 1 month, and after 1 month, when they give it to client, the client says that, okay, can you make changes this one? Can you make little changes here? Can you make little changes in the application there? Can you make little changes in the application down? Can you make little background color change, little control change, this and blah, blah. So now 1 month you have worked. Now, if you want to revert that changes, again, it will take 1 month of time. Correct now. That's why DevOps principle says that, okay, work for 1 week and give the deliveries week wise, not month wise. So that if client asks you to make some changes at the time of delivery, so anyhow, it is 1 week work means it is small only, not that much big scale work. So the reverse engineering or the rollback or the cosmetic changes will be easy. Correct or not, guys? Tell me. See, I'll tell you. You have made one bicycle, you have made one car. To make a bicycle, it will take 1 week because it's a small thing. Bicycle is a small thing. When it compares to car is a very big thing, and car needs lot of parts, lot of functionalities. So it will take much more time. And after you are giving car to your customer, your customer is saying these changes, please do it. Okay, make this change, make that change. Okay, do this also, make that also. So you can do it, but it will take a lot of time. Again, lot of efforts. But when it compared to bicycle, which you have delivered in 1 week, if the client asks you to make this, that's changes and all, it is still easy to make a bicycle because bicycle is not have been accommodated with lot of parts here, lot of functionalities, correct or not? In the same way, DevOps principle says that give the deliveries week wise. That's why we are having a concept called agile concepts. DevOps, okay, DevOps projects are implemented in agile practice or agile principles only. Agile principle. I'm going to show you this also. Okay. How we can, design the agile principle, how we can practice the agile in DevOps. That also I'm going to cover. How to design the sprint, how to assign the task to a sprint, how to check the task is being set up with the sprint or not, how to set up the backlogs, how to set up the hierarchy in sprints. All these things we are going to cover in the practical labs, in our practicals. So we are going to learn agile principle also. DevOps projects is implemented in agile principles only. That is what I'm trying to say here, guys. So that's what. If you are giving week-wise delivery, so what will happen here? Client will also come to know. Correct now. Client will also come to know what is happening, what is going on, till where we have completed, what is happening in the project, how much work has been done, how much is pending. If you are giving the delivery 1 month, in 1 month, one time, 2 months, one time, then it is difficult. Even client also unaware of many things. Correct? If you see the Cadbury chocolate, how we are having Dairy Milk Silk. Dairy Milk Silk is in the small chunks, small chunks. Dairy Milk Silk chocolate, Dairy Milk Silk. If you eat that small chunks, you will enjoy a lot. Whereas if you eat complete half chocolate in one go, will you enjoy half chocolate in one go, putting in your mouth, or you will enjoy eating that small chunks? You will enjoy more eating in small chunks. That's why the Dairy Milk company, Cadbury company is also making chocolates in small boxes. If you turn the cover. In the same way, DevOps principle says that give the deliveries in small chunks so that client will also come to know what's happening and all. And if any changes, any cosmetic things to be done, it will be easy. Correct, guys? If we adopt next advantage, if we adopt DevOps methodology, then it helps the organization to improve the agility. Agility means what? Ability to rapidly respond to the change, which ultimately increases the productivity, increases the revenue, lower operational cost, and much more competitive also. The same thing I'm trying to say here is making any changes at the last moment or making the changes before deploying to production and all, it will be easy. It will be easy. This is what the benefits that Azure DevOps engineers are giving for the organizations to this organization. So when DevOps engineers can do all these things, that's why the organizations needs DevOps engineers very badly. Okay, guys, is that clear? Fine. So I'll just stop the class here, guys. Who should learn DevOps? This I'll take up in tomorrow's class. Who should learn DevOps? I'll take up this in tomorrow's class. Okay. So this we'll see. So see, guys, here, maybe some 2 more classes. I'll just teach you the fundamentals only. Okay. Two more classes. Okay. I'll teach you the fundamentals only. And once I start the labs, okay, then until last class, we'll have the labs only. Okay, fine. All right, guys, is that clear? Fine. So I'll just stop the class. Tomorrow we'll see who should learn DevOps. Okay, why the IT industry is using, adopting to develop or execute the projects in DevOps. This material I'll share it across, guys. Then we'll start how software development works, like SDLC, software development life cycle. We'll see this one. Then how DevOps came into the market. That we'll see. Okay, benefits of DevOps and all. Okay, and see what is the part, what is the importance of DevOps in Azure cloud computing. And from here, we'll start the practicals. So two more classes, I believe. That's what I'm saying here. DevOps services, overviews, Azure boards, Azure repos, Azure CI/CD pipelines, test plans, and all these things. We'll start the practicals from here. Okay, fine, guys. So any questions, anyone, before I close the class for today? How was the class today, guys? How was the class? Is it enjoying? Easy to understand, especially for the people who are at beginner level, who don't have any idea about IT. I told now everything will start from this scratch. No need to worry, right? I told this, I have kept this promise, right?